What's good, Bills Mafia, fellow football fans out there? What a win for the Buffalo Bills. I mean, we're serious, man. So many good things to take away from this game. The D was just on fire, on point, just beat the Commanders down. Real talk. And that's a good football team. For real, the Commanders are a good team, but the Bills just next level, man, and that week 1 giveaway game, we gave that away. It was a mess. It kind of reminds me of a couple years back when we had an opening game against the Steelers at home. Obviously, this year, the game against the Jets was in New Jersey, right? It was not a home game. But week 1, like off-season hangover, whatever the case was, and then come out the gate after that just on fire. And that's what's going on this year with the Bills as well. I mean, for real, so many good things to take away from this game. I don't know if y'all were watching this on NFL Network or where you were watching it, but the NFL kept running these Zen commercials like enjoy the Zen, we'll be right back, and it's just showing sunsets and fields and nature and just calming Zen sounds. And it kind of had me thinking like Josh has found his Zen, because he gets so many haters. People loved to see him fail out there week 1, because that's what he did. He failed. He gave that game away. And even with as bad as he played the second half and just all that, the Jets, New Jersey Jets, still barely won that game. Like, barely won it. Hell, there's an asterisk on it. I mean, a win's a win. It's in the books. But there was a leg whip trip on that return. But I ain't tripping. We didn't deserve to win that game. But all the haters loved the ish on Josh. And then last week, I tried telling all the Raiders fans that were talking slick, Josh ain't going to go out back-to-back like that. And he played a great game. And then this week, both these games have been blowouts, okay? And again, the Commanders are a good team. Opening the second half, it was 16-0. They were still in the game, but, the defense just kept on Sam Howell. I mean, 4 picks, that Epinesa joint where he just went up and took it from him. I remember there was like an Aaron Schobel, Tom Brady interception like that. And speaking of going down memory lane, all my Bills fans out there, y'all remember 2011, the year we started out 3-0, beat New England at home in overtime. And then we ended up smashing Washington then in Toronto. That was the game that Chandler caught the touchdown and was sitting up on the, with the fans and fell over into the stands and all that. And then he told Nick Wallenda, yo, when you get over there to Canada, Wallenda, be careful. The fans will not catch you. That was a game. This game reminded me of that game. That was the year Fitz broke his ribs. We were 5-2 at that point. What would have happened if Fitz never broke his ribs, man? What a career for Fitz as well. I saw his name coming up in a graphic for NFL players today, NFL players with rushing touchdowns for the most different franchises, as Latavius Murray got in the end zone there for the Bills. And he's up on there for touchdowns with most franchises in a career. And where did Latavius Murray come from last, y'all? Someone comment and remind me. But that was a big thing that the commentators kept pointing out, is what a great addition as a veteran Murray has been to this team. In the locker room, guys like him. He's a leader. He's sharing game with the dudes coming up on the team and everything like that. And man, him and Cook, that 1-2 punch, were great out there today. I mean, Cook, amazing game. And then you got Murray coming in, spelling him, giving him a breather when needed. It was great. The rush game was great, as well as Josh Allen, 46 yards rushing. Also had a rushing touchdown. You seen him hit that finger roll and tell the Commanders fans, what's up? You don't love Josh Allen? Washington don't have no love for the Bills? But man, with Cook at the end on our last touchdown there, when the backup was in and Cook came down on like the 3 or whatever, it came up and said Cook 97 rushing yards, on the day. And I'm like, man, give the ball right back to him. Let him get that extra 3 and hit the 100-yard mark and top it off with a touchdown as well. But Murray ended up getting getting it. It is what it is. Cook did get another carry. I think he ended up officially going out with like 98 or 99 on the day. I don't know if he cracked the 100-yard mark. Someone comment and let me know if he did. But man, speaking of the end of the game, garbage time, whatever you want to call it, Ron Rivera really did not want to get shut out. And, they were talking, the commentators like, is this petty? Is he tripping? Could he get guys hurt in a meaningless situation? And I feel him not wanting to get shut out because I know I most definitely wanted that shutout. We could taste it, Bills Mafia. Pause. It's always good for an NFL team to go out there and pitch a shutout. It's not easy to do. Even in a blowout game, it's not easy to keep a team off the scoreboard, and we almost did. There was a play there at the end where they originally called it a catch for Washington on that final drive when they were able to get the field goal. They originally called it a catch. Then the other official came in and was like, nah, man, I don't think he was in. And then even when we saw the replay at home, the first view, you couldn't see there was a guy in the way. It was close of the second foot getting in. Then we saw he did get in. The booth reviewed it, and they said, nah, it was a catch. So without that catch, they would have been shut out. But I feel you, Ron Rivera. They were joking around after, like, hell, are they going to go for the onside kick now? And he's like, nah. Then he'd definitely be tripping. I feel him wanting to get on the board, but that's it. There's no 34-point play. This game's over. 46 seconds left on the clock. It was all Bills. Again, the Commanders were in there for a little bit during the first half, but that was about it. Sam Howell just demoralized. And, this is a guy they were going over, hey, he has some upside to him. Too, someone comment, who was the Commanders quarterback a couple years ago? They had a younger upcoming quarterback, and I don't know. I can't, where did he go? What was his name? I forget. But Howell just got beat down. Again, that pick six, the other 3 picks he threw, we got to see Tre'Davious White get an outstanding interception on a diving play. 9 sacks as a team. And that game back in 2011 that we were talking about when the Bills blew out Washington, also up there in Toronto, I think we had either 10 or 11. Just what a great effort. Speaking of Buffalo Bills and sacks, Bruce Smith, the all-time sack leader, was in attendance. As we know, he went and played with Washington after Buffalo. I hated seeing Bruce, Thurman, and Andre Reed didn't suit up for another squad, but I hated seeing those core guys, those franchise guys, go put on another team's uniform. It wasn't so bad with Bruce going to Washington, but seeing Thurman Thomas put on a Miami Dolphins uniform just sickened me, man. Real talk. But, man, this Bills defense was good. We were serious. The front four was getting pressure. They forced a fumble as well. Gibson, that guy for Washington, had a good game running the ball, but we ended up stripping the ball from him. I think we kept him under 100 yards. I don't even know what they had as a whole. I didn't really even go in and looking at all the statistics, just jotted a couple things down real quick and wanted to come in here and tap in with everyone on this game. And then I'm seeing the Jets were losing to New England. I don't know what the outcome of that was. It was 15-10 last I saw. By the time I got this up, that game will be over. But I don't know. The Bills just looking great as a whole. Josh chilling, taking what's given to him, not going crazy trying to ADD, you know what I mean? He found his zen. He took a Xanax. He did throw an interception where he took a shot on a 3rd down. But he didn't let that get in his head, because that happened in the Jets game. It was a similar play where it essentially ended up being like a punt on a 3rd. He just bombs it down there, and it got picked off. I felt like in the Jets game that got in his head a little bit. That's what it is with Josh Allen. He is his own worst enemy. When Josh is just chilling, doing him, not going over the top all the time, keeping it conservative for Josh Allen, not conservative just relatively speaking for him. Just limiting the shots he takes and everything like that. He can't be beat. He can't be stopped. And, he's the truth. And, again, back with the defense, though, one guy I want to talk about is Leonard Floyd, the defensive end. Defensive end. He had back-to-back sacks. And I don't know. I'm just loving it. I thought the D looked good across the board. And don't forget, we still got Von Miller resting up, getting healthy, to see him later in the season, closer to playoff time. I like that. We're looking good, man. And next week, Bills versus Dolphins. I can't wait. What up to my guy Juan Vega, man? It's gonna be a big game, man. But y'all are coming to Buffalo, the only team in New York, and that that other divisional match going on right now, New England and the Jets, man. Like, it's our division. AFC East is the Bills, man. So go Bills. Let's talk about it all. Thanks for watching. Anyone else who watched the game, just let's talk about all your takes, your thoughts. And shout out to my guy, Kenneth Ledford. He's a Washington fan, man. Much love to you, my guy. But yeah, man, Howell it was ugly. You could see it all over his face. The Bills defense just dominated him. At the end, it was like they might as well have took him out the game. The game was over. They were doing mental damage to this guy. And speaking of that, did anyone else see late in the game when they were still being shut out before they got that 3 points, right after a commercial break or going into one or coming out of one, they showed the Washington cheerleaders and the dance squad out there having them turn up. The fans are all crying and everything. And they got that had to suck for them, man. But thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. It's Jay Coffee signing out. Make sure to sub up. Make sure to hit the comments. I'll catch y'all on the next one, guys. Peace.